we move on to the next topic, that is organization and classification of data. After understanding what are the methods of collecting data, after understanding what are the organizations in India like NSSO, CSO, CMIE and Census Commission for collection of data, we now come to the next step, that is organization and classification of data. But in order to understand these two concepts, first we should be able to differentiate between what is a raw data and classified data. Now, when I speak about raw data refers to the data in its original form, and the data which is unorganized or which is unclassified. Hence, whenever we speak about raw data, it is a data which is not available in a processed form. Hence, whenever we speak about raw data, it is an unorganized data, ungrouped or unclassified data which is available in the raw form and yet cannot be used for statistical treatment. For example, if I have to just randomly list down the marks of 10 students in the class out of 100, say 97, 99, 60, 75, 85, 95, 75, 61, 55 and 40. Now, this is raw data. Can you make out that this data has been classified? Can I know which student has got how many marks? No. And is there any order? Is it ascending? Is it descending? No. So, there is no specification about raw data. Data just available in an unorganized, unsystematic manner is called as raw data. Then, coming to classified data, then what is classified data? Classified data refers to data which has been grouped on the basis of homogeneity. That means to say, I group certain amount of data into certain variables based on homogeneity, or it can also be mentioned that it is systematic arrangement of data into different groups. Now, when I say about unorganized data, that is raw data. Organized data, that is classified data. So, let me tell you, classified data is nothing but the data which has been organized systematically into groups based on their homogeneity, based on their similar characteristics, and this can be utilized for further statistical treatment or analysis, and this can be arranged in the form of diagram, tables or graphs. So, that is called as classified or organized data. Now, after understanding what is a raw data, what is a classified data, now we move on to the next topic, that is types of classification. Now, data has been classified based on homogeneous characteristics, but there would be some basis of classification. Broadly to classify, there are 4 categories in which a data can be classified. First way is chronological classification. Second one, geographical classification. part 1, quantitative classification. And last but not the least, qualitative classification. So, these are the 4 types, which are the ones: chronological, geographical, quantitative, qualitative. These are the 4 types of classification. Now, moving to the first one. Chronological classification implies nothing but arrangement of data based on the time period. So, over here, we are arranging the data based on time period. This time period may be in terms of month, year, half yearly, quarterly, or even on the basis of days. So, whatever is the time period, or in terms of decades also. So, these are the different ways in which a chronological data can be classified. And to mention, chronological classification is also known as temporal classification. What is it known as? Temporal classification. And when the data has been classified on the basis of time, the data is known as time series data. Now, we would like to illustrate an example to you. If I am classifying the data of population data on the basis of decades. So, I write over here years and population data in crores. Now, we know that in India, every 10 years once the data about population is collected by the Census Commission. Suppose I am taking the data of 2 years, 2001 and 2011, and over here 108 crores and here 121 crores. So, what is my collection over here? What is the basis of classification? The data has been classified on the basis of decades, on the basis of yearly analysis, but not continuous. Here it is decade gap and population has been classified. Apart from this, another example, say rice production in India. Now, if I have to represent this data, say years and in kgs, the production, say 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. Now, over here, if I have to calculate in terms of kg, supposingly 75,000, sorry, 7,500, say 8,700, or say 3,500, 4,500, 6,700. These are just the imaginary values which I am depicting in order to tell you what is a temporal classification. And apart from this, even we can arrange the data on the basis of months. Suppose we are doing the temperature analysis month-wise. Say January 2014, February 2014, March 2014 and April 2014, May 2014. So now when I am classifying this data on the basis of months, I may list down the temperature as 21 degrees Celsius, 24 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius and 31 degrees Celsius. So over here, data has been classified in terms of months. And what is the classification all about? The temperature, that is the degree Celsius. So these are the different examples of chronological classification, which is also called as temporal classification. And the different ways in which data can be arranged is month, years, half yearly, quarterly, days, decades. And when the data is arranged as per this classification, It is known as time series